uh, where was I? Ever since I was a little boy, I noticed. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. Anyway, sorry. Ever since I was a little boy, I noticed that right away that certain things didn't sit right with me. It's almost like I was just given reasons to rebel from the very start. From the very start. And a great deal of that I still possess, probably even more so. It's a natural fit for me to kind of pick up on the energy in the room, to just, I don't know, to connect dots. That's how I solve problems, is connect dots, simplify things. I'm also very good at complicating things, but I am pretty good at simplifying things and understanding the gist of it all. So I would remember being this young boy, and I would look around at people in the classroom, and as I would look at them, I was like, the face doesn't match the name. And I used to do things like that. And so ultimately, I would do the same for myself. And so I know a lot of you know what my birth name is, and I'm not trying to present myself as something that I'm not, but ever since I was little, it just didn't fit for me. Even so much so, I told my mom, I don't like being called Andre. You know, I'm gonna change my name to DeAndre. But anyway, I just, first of all, never really been good with authority, but for somebody to try to tell me that I have to live by their rules, that just does not really sit right with me. It just doesn't. Okay. Now, I'm surprised that I, with that mentality, that I actually, for the most part, avoided the police. I got out of some really fucked up situations, and I just don't know how sometimes. But I've my rebellious nature has always kind of propelled me to say, yeah, I see what you're saying, but I'm gonna do this my way, okay? And so, and because of my this nature, it led me to a life of just kind of pursuing something deeper than what's being presented to me, because I understand that it is very easy to be rocked to sleep by the things that are placed right there in front of you. Okay, it's, even though we have a great deal of underground resources at our disposal, if you don't go looking for it, you're not gonna you're not gonna find it, or your chances of finding it have been cut down a little bit more. So, where was I? We're talking about rebellious nature, and oh yeah, so naturally I would question a lot of what's been passed on through, through the media, through the news, what's popular, what everybody's worrying about. And I started to do a lot of this through my own personal spiritual journey. It kind of, in an attempt to free myself in a sense, which it opened me up to a lot of shit, but it did free me to the point where, especially because I did spend a lot of time just kind of away from society, just kind of, sometimes rotting away, sometimes piecing myself together, but did it anyway. And so, like, through this journey, it really kind of taught me how to be kind of just independent of, well, as independent as possible from the type of society that I don't like, and it's obviously not sustainable, and it wasn't made with care for the people. So yes, I rebel against that. That's right. Be a problem solver. So yeah. So yeah, thank you for sharing that with me. But the reason why I think I failed people is because I do have a coward nature about me, a cowardly nature. So whereas I'm not really one to duck a fight, just because it won't sit right with me. Like I'll fight. The thing is, I find myself often afraid to do so. Part being paranoid, part understanding that I could really cause a lot of damage. Because when I don't give a fuck, I just black out, man. And this is years of trauma, people picking on me and shit like that, because I've always been small, and I always had to fucking prove myself. That's why I got in so many fights. That's why I got suspended all the fucking time. And I grew up in just a terrible, toxic place. It looked good on the outside, but it was extremely toxic. And there I learned what hate was, and I learned absolute. I can't. I mean, how do I say this? I learned the thirst for blood there. I learned to feel empowered by the thought of just killing off the people who were responsible for me coming up this way. Now, I'm not talking about the adult me, mind you. I'm talking about being a child growing up in an environment where you. Now, it wasn't, obviously, it wasn't the worst, but you just growing up in an environment where you just emotionally just just not stable, not stable emotionally, all right? So that left me susceptible to a lot of things. And yes, it's no surprise that I, contemplated suicide many times. It felt like the best solution, all right? So I see the world differently because I peeped that. I'm conscious of the things that I've witnessed, how it made me feel, and although a lot of people made me feel crazy for it, I know that I am not. And the reason why I feel like I failed people is because I have this unique view on the world, and because I get so passionate about the things that I just believe in, and just that I leave myself open. I leave myself open for people to just step all over me, to like try to tear me down, and mock me. And even though I can definitely take a joke, but when I'm serious, people mocking me is just like that's not the move, because that just brings out a different part of me, and I want to be diplomatic, but I also want to be respected for my views in of the world. I don't try to shove it down anybody's fucking throat. I'm not on a goddamn high horse. It's just I don't like the people being lied to. I don't like people settling for some shit that's just not for them. And guess what? I mean, what I predicted is coming true, is that this is going to be a fucking year where a lot of people break free. Alright? And if you listen to this, I hope that's you right now. I hope you are benefiting from the shit that's going on right now. It will end abruptly. It will. Can't tell you when, but when it does, it probably won't even feel like a gradual thing. Alright? It's like it was snowing yesterday and it's 80 degrees today. Which is not true, by the way. It's for example's sake. And so, and I am a Taurus, and I feel like I have a lot in common with Malcolm X. I wouldn't put myself on the same level as him. I wouldn't put myself in the same conversation, but I see the similarities. And I feel like, because he was a radical, and I feel like I should have followed suit. But there are a lot of things I wasn't willing to do, and pretty much now not 100% willing to do. that won't allow me to be like that. But I still put the information out there. It's just I present it in such a way where I don't know. Maybe it's not sexy. Maybe it's not entertaining. Maybe I'm overthinking. I don't know. But I put it in my writing, and perhaps I need to up my speed, up my productivity, put more writing out. And I put it in my YouTube videos, but because of the times, it has to be goddamn perfect for people to look at the shit. They need the fucking thumbnails to entice them, and I really just try to get that shit out there as fast as possible. Alright? Don't be trying to work on thumbnails, none of that goddamn shit. I don't edit a goddamn thing. Alright? Time goes by too fast for me. Just a lot of fucking responsibilities, alright? I even see what I'm doing right here as a responsibility. Like, it's my job. It's what I'm supposed to do. Alright, so hopefully the shit that I put out, it stays on the internet forever. And, I make a difference for years. I don't know. But I'm really big about that. That's really important to me. I think that everybody should just cut themselves open and just bleed all over the place. Figuratively speaking, guys. Not literally, but just cut yourself open and bleed out into the world. Okay? Show everyone your blood. Okay? What you're made of. So, that's one thing that I think I got right. I believe I got right. I just keep putting things out there, and time like this has me very reflective, very thoughtful, and so I have a lot to say, and I'm just going to keep doing it. But the issue at hand for me is that I don't think I'm a big enough radical. I'm sure there are peaceful, silent ways to go about that, but it just doesn't feel satisfying. Like I want to feel like I'm getting my hands dirty while doing the right thing. I want the stakes to be so high that my life is on the line. Really, seriously. Like I want to be under the eye. Look, there's a dichotomy forming right now. So now I believe in the art of war and playing chess and things like that, and so naturally you would kind of want to be out of the eye of your enemies, but there's still this part of me that wants my enemies to know I ain't fucking with you. It's me against you. That would get me killed, alright? And what also would get me killed is for me to be a target and I don't know who's gunning for me. Alright? People would say I would lose 10 times out of 10. And for me to really be comfortable with such a lifestyle that I say I want, which is fucking ridiculous, I would need an army. So, yeah, I ain't got that. I got myself. So, but until then, one of the better things that I could do for myself is to get organized. And further my education, because I did really good last year as far as the amount of books, and this year nothing. Alright, I even published a few books, and like I said, I read quite a few, maybe 30 or so, not a lot, but 30, something like that. And this year, nothing. I do have a new book coming out, and that's it. But yeah, get more educated, and actually, and also pick your fights. God damn, getting caught up in this useless shit is that's not going to help my cause. That's not going to help me. And if something feels wrong, it probably is. And not just for the sake of doing it, but for the sake of healing, for the sake of being heard, for the sake of growth, um, change. You you gotta voice yourself. So although I'm not happy with how timid I can be at times, I am glad that I at least put myself out there. All right. It's just I don't be wanting to hear all the extra shit, nigga. I said what I said, and that's it. All right. 'Cause a lot of people, they see me calling out the government or some shit like that. Okay. Oh, I'm a terrorist. Okay. I'm not allowed to question the government. Sounds very short-sighted, might I add. People acting like they can't succumb to the government. That's beyond me, buddy. I can tell you that. But that's the thing, though. And my daughter will probably grow up to be a rebel in her own right, just like her old man. I'm proud already. And I forgot where I was going with this, actually. Oh, yeah. And I want to teach her to pick and choose, you know, what she uses her radical energy on. You know what I'm saying? Everything's not worth the fight. And that's what I need to realize. I need to internalize. I need to embody that, because you go around entertaining all of this low level shit, then you have nothing for, you know, the higher stakes, the things that matter more. Okay. So majoring in minor things is what they say. And by the way, if you listen to this, what's the best game to play online on PlayStation, PS4? What a time to be alive, my friends. And I'll tell you what. Nah, I say it too much. I say the same thing too much over and over again. Am I trying to convince you or me? But it's a great time to be alive, man. It's a lot of opportunity. Don't be fooled. Don't be alarmed. Be alert. But yeah, man, it's a great time to be alive. Glad I'm alive at a time like this. Wish I could spend some time outside at the pool, but you know, it is what it is, man. Fill up the bathtub and let's just go to town. Throw some sand in that motherfucker. You know. Very excited to hear the stories of what the success stories of you know, some of you guys, because it's usually gonna start off like, oh shit, this year started off so fucked. I thought I was gonna die. I thought we were all gonna die, and that was it. And then all of a sudden, we started getting money. They just started giving us money, like just throwing it away, all across the board. Unemployment, yes. Fucking small business, yes. 1,200, yes. Fucking 2,000 for the next 6 months. Oh yes. They just started giving me a whole bunch of money, and then I realized, hold up now, and I'm still getting paid to do this, and I finally got the money to buy this, to invest in this, and I did that, and I just kept making it flip. Go figure. And it didn't even cost too much, but man. So a lot of stories are gonna be like that. All right, I might have a little story to tell, you know, because all I wanted was a restart from last year, man. Last year, man. Last year I learned so much. I had a lot of wins, but it didn't pull me. It didn't get me to where I wanted to be. So ultimately, it was a great experience, great experimental year, and I wanted to do. Damn. Where was I? Fucking hate this goddamn phone. Like, you put on do not disturb and that means nothing. I mean, it doesn't mean a goddamn thing. What I gotta do? Airplane mode and hook up to the Wi-Fi or something? Wait, let me do that. Alright, bet. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Money's just coming in, and I know a lot of you guys, man, you got it up here. You got it. All right. Never had an opportunity like this before. Don't blow it. All right. This may be your best chance, you know, at this point, up to this point. All right. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy about some of the guys who got a criminal, got some criminal history, but they mean well, and as far as I'm concerned, they still eligible to collect some checks, I guess, and so maybe that'll help turn their life around too. Really happy about that. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a pretty good outcome for most of us. All right. And let me just take the time to think about this. Okay, so what about the people who are technically homeless? Okay, technically homeless. You know what I'm saying? So like, they ain't so far gone that that they didn't file taxes this year or last year, something like that. They just don't really have a place to go. Maybe in and out. Maybe in the shelter. Maybe sleeping in the car, something like that. Wow. Can you imagine what $2,000 a month would do for them? That's This is why I'm really rallying for universal basic income, and I believe that that will happen. Man, it's going to help a lot of people. And that's real fucking cool. Real cool. And let me just say something about the small businesses. You see the news that the money ran out. People are panicking. People talking shit. Give it some time, because let me tell you something. For one, the people will keep the small businesses open. All right. I would expect a little turmoil, a little turbulence, but ultimately, I think a great deal of companies will be just fine. They'll bounce back, maybe even better, because we got money, so we're gonna use it. I mean, there's not, like, for instance, like, there's no shortage of food or anything. It may appear that way, but there's no real shortage at this point. Okay. But and also, yeah, more money's coming, guys. All right. You think this was a trial run? I keep telling people this phase one. All right. This is a little sample, just trying it out. Okay. I said that, and I assumed that that was going to be the case, and that's what happened. All right. And I predicted that it was going. Yeah, I mean, I predicted it was going to be $2,000 a month, because people was comparing it to Canada, and I was like, look, it's the reason why they only signed up for one month. It's a trial. It's a trial. Let's try it out. Let's not commit. Let's not give them false hope. All right. Then as the money starts to come up, all right, let's make a better deal. How can you be mad at that? How could you be mad at that? Like, a lot of people have a great sense of security right now, and it's going to get better. You just had to be patient. You had to take this time to really, just be present. Focus on the moment. You know what I'm saying? All the good shit. All the good shit all the cliches right now. Just enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. And also, if it's a guarantee that they give out 2,000 a month for the maybe next 6 months or so, then I'm gonna start helping some people out who aren't getting that money. It's the least I could do. It's the least any of us could do. Shit, might fuck around and start a goddamn non-profit out of this motherfucker. I mean, just I don't think a lot of you people understand the how far something like $1,500 will go. Now, naturally, you would say, okay, well, gas, the bills, and you start thinking all that. But I'm talking about from an investing aspect. Like, you can really take your shit to the next level. All right, you can plan around money. That's just the way you can spend up money before you get it on some dumbass shit. It's always depreciating. I mean, I don't want to call it dumb because whatever you want. But just like how you can spend it before you got it, in that way, you can do it in a productive manner as well. Hmm. All right. Well, with that being said, I'll check in later.